Welcome to the Marketing Home, Marketing You podcast. Week after week, Barbara Savona of Sprout Marketing brings you quality conversations with industry leaders, mini marketing workshops, and step-by-step guides on everything marketing, business, and career growth. So grab a cup of coffee and get ready for some outside-the-box ideas from the girl that lives inside the shipping container box.
Hi friends, welcome to this week's episode of Marketing Home, Marketing You. I'm your host, Barbara Savona of Sprout Marketing, and I'm so happy that we're hanging out together today. I have some updates to share with you, but before I get there, I just want to preview what we're talking about today. This episode is all about resident appreciation and how we can build trust equity. So remember that phrase because I'm going to be talking about that throughout this session. And I say session, I know it's a podcast, but I always think, okay, I want to jam pack this like as if you were at a marketing seminar and you felt like you walked away with a ton. This is the episode that we do once a month where we showcase the latest Sprout Monthly. So you guys are going to get to see our member magazine and the resources they get. You get the information. And this is your reminder that if you are not part of our free subscription, you can go to trysproutfree.com. Get subscribed for you and all of your team members. And it's just a great idea magazine to give you retention, social media, outreach marketing, just a ton of stuff new every single month, free of charge. And then what you guys get to see is what our paid members get. And that's all the resources and really all the meat, all the stuff. So I cannot wait to dig in. Before I do, I'm giving myself 30 seconds to just give you guys some updates about what's been going on with me personally. So I cut my hair. I felt like with the change in weather, I just wanted something new. So I'm enjoying a shorter haircut. What else? Okay, I moved offices. I know this is I feel like I say this several times a year, but really, I've only moved offices once this year, and I am so thankful. I had been praying for the perfect spot, and I found it. So I don't know if you've been a long-time listener, a few years ago, my husband and I built a home in the Texas Hill Country, and it's in a great location as far as the scenery, but it has terrible internet. So that has been my struggle the last several years, especially since the pandemic and I was working from home. So I had to find different offices, and that's a challenge when you're in a small town. But I just found the most beautiful, it's like a 1950s old home that is in a commercial area, and it's a totally different vibe. My house is modern and this is so old fashioned and I love it. So I'm calling it my lady lair since it's just for me. So that's been fun. I got a vintage fridge. I'll give you guys a full tour on Instagram soon. So make sure that you are hanging out with me at Sprout Marketing on Instagram. What else? For those of you that know, I'm in my wellness coaching program. I have only 4 months left until I do my final test and my certification. So I will also be able to be a health and wellness coach, which I am so excited to bring to our industry and just to talk more about how we can bring those strategies and the taking care of ourselves into our business. And then other than that, the not fun thing, I've been in budget season for ourselves where we're going to be spending our advertising dollars, kind of visioning and projecting, which I do love, for our business and the podcast next year. And there's just so many exciting things coming up. So I hope that wasn't more than 30 seconds because you guys know I love to talk. So today we are talking about resident appreciation. And when I think about resident appreciation, it might be something that we might make a big effort in to give a dedicated focus, but really what resident appreciation is all about is that we are trying to build what we call trust equity. And trust equity is every time that we do something that builds trust, that builds loyalty with our residents. It's almost like you have this jar and you're filling that jar. So when the move-in process is smooth, you put a quarter in the jar. When, they have a really great resident event, you put a quarter in the jar. When, and you just start filling that jar. And by the end of their resident experience, you've got a full jar of trust equity. And sometimes things do go wrong and you have to pull from that jar. So let's say sometimes a maintenance request, because of being short-staffed, it takes longer than you wish. So you're having to draw from that jar. And the goal is that that jar stays really full so that those times when you do have to draw from it, that you're still maintaining a really strong relationship with that resident. And so having dedicated times throughout the year where you really go over the top to spoil your residents is a nice thing to do to kind of supercharge that jar. And of course, it's the everyday things that matter most. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, a resident event or a resident appreciation week it's going to glaze over bad service. Absolutely not. However, it's that added frosting on the cake that can only make things better. So if you're delivering on your promises and you want to take it a step further, this issue is for you, because we're talking about ideas to really spoil your residents. And what my team did by putting these together, we're sharing budget-friendly versions. So if you have very little, money, we're sharing ones that you can do virtually. So it's great if you don't have time or money. And then we're sharing some kind of luxury or a little bit more over the top for those of you that have a little bit more to spend, whether it's money or time. Okay, so I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller. I'm going to pull up the issue. We're going to go through it. Make sure that you're subscribed at trysproutfree.com. And if you're a member, you guys know the drill. This is all available to you. And if you love this episode, share it with a friend, and make sure to let us know on iTunes or Spotify. You can leave a review and it helps others to find us. So let's get started and talk all things resident appreciation. Okay, friends, you'll see that our November issue, the cover has a Mad Hatter type of a theme. I'm going to show you how this event can be brought to life. Our designers did an incredible job. You'll see a preview of some of the free resources you get when you go to trysproutfree.com. And then I want to invite you to make sure, whether you're a member or not a member, to grab your planning calendars, because this is a fillable PDF that you can plan out what you're going to do for the month. And you'll see also some upcoming dates that you can use for inspiration. So much is happening in November. It's Candy Day, Donut Day, Daylight Savings, Fast Food Day, Take a Hike Day. I mean, there's a million different ideas that you can kind of take as your starting point for inspiration and then go from there. In addition to that, in this issue, you'll see 12 months of appreciation, and I'll do a more in-depth episode about the 12 different touch points. But think of these as the $100 bills that you're putting into that trust equity jar. And every time that you do something like this consistently for your resident throughout their lease cycle, they're going to be building that appreciation and that loyalty, so that when we draw from it, we've got a lot that we're drawing from. We're not drawing and having a negative balance. Let's talk though today and spend some time on how we can host a really great resident appreciation week, regardless of your budget. So let's flip on over. What our team has done here, like I mentioned, is budget friendly, virtual, and get fancy. So for Motivation Monday, just a budget friendly idea is having a really nice coffee bar with some extras, some seasonal decor, some beautiful flowers and greenery, and some fun signs with some motivation. Now, that's just a little something. By adding those little extra seasonal touches, it can feel special, even if you don't have a ton of money to spend. Now, you could do something virtually. You could do a Monday mantra where you share some fun mantras that you can, encourage residents in this season that can get really busy to be present. So I'm present in the moment. I will have a good day. I'm beautiful and strong. I am uniquely me. You can also encourage residents to share their favorite mantra. So that can be something fun, free, and a simple way to get engagement. Now, if you want to get fancy, you could do a Monday motivation by hosting a fitness class. You can partner with a local instructor or a gym to host a fun class. You can set up a hydration station, have snacks, all of those things, kind of have people think about staying and committing to their fitness and health goals, even during the season where all the snacks are available and all the bakery goods are available. So this could be a fun way to say, okay, guys, we know we're going to be doing a lot of this, maybe indulging in some extra goodies, but let's front load the week with some motivational Monday and have a great fitness class. Something that just shows that you're in line with their goals as well. What about Treat Yourself Tuesday? So now that we've done the workout, we're going to kick it to the other direction. So budget friendly is just having a pie bar. You could partner with a local bakery and have a variety of pies where people can just take a slice. And you don't have to partner with a local bakery. I mean, think about, there's a lot of budget friendly options that might even be less expensive, like your local Walmart or your local grocery store. And you can make it a to-go if you get those little mini pies or pie flavored treats. So the theme can just be pies, and you can figure out how to make it work for you and your community. And then if you serve it with a cup of coffee, I mean, that's the breakfast of champions right there. Okay, virtual fun is doing a coffee gift card giveaway. So you purchase a digital gift card, you post it on your stories, and you share the barcode so that your residents can use it until it goes away. So Starbucks is easy to do this. You buy a gift card, load it with $50 to $100, share the barcode on social media stories, let residents know first come, first serve, and just to be fair, encourage them to leave some for their neighbor. You can also purchase multiple smaller amounts and invite residents to pick them up. So you can say we have 10 gift cards. The first 10 people to come in, we've got $5 gift cards, and that's $50. So it's a way to make it virtual or a little bit more hands-on. You can also do a boho happy hour. I'm a fan of all things boho. You can host a happy hour with wine and ciders and beers and even ginger ale. And you can elevate it by having boho florals, those pampas leaves that are beautiful and in style right now, different colored pumpkins, especially like the white ones would look so beautiful. You can also make it a referral opportunity by having residents stop by and bring their friend to the happy hour. Because sometimes you don't want to go to a happy hour if you don't know if you'll know anyone. But if you can tell your coworker, hey, my community is having a happy hour, let's just have a glass of wine and sit by the pool and talk for a little bit. Or if it's too cold, we'll sit by the fireplace. That's a nice way to get more people at your community, create an atmosphere of really bringing people together. All right, what about Warm Up Wednesday? Our weather in Texas just turned, so it's finally starting to feel cooler here. And this is a fun thing that you can do. So you could do a budget-friendly hot cocoa bar. And again, people just this season makes you want to bundle up. You can host, this cocoa bar by just having the different mixes there and jars with the toppings, make it special. I mean, I don't eat marshmallows all the time, but if it's there for a hot cocoa bar, I might drop a few little marshmallows in and some whipped cream and candy canes and chocolate chips. So this can be an open house event where you invite those from the community to tour, and it can be very inexpensive. And you can set this up even in a unit, like a mini model or a unit that you're trying to lease, and make it feel like an open house. Now, you can also do this virtually just by introducing yourself, and encourage your followers on social to introduce themselves and connect with their neighbors in the comments. And we have a caption that you can just grab. This is actually in the free version. So it says the hardest part of adulting is making new friends. So we want to do a quick little icebreaker. Take a moment to introduce yourself in the comments and share your favorite movie. Then scroll through the other comments and show them some love and make a friend. Go. So it's just a fun way to get some interaction on social media. And again, you can change the topic, right? You've got the core of this caption, but you can say, share your favorite drink, share your favorite breakfast, share your favorite, what's on your fall bucket list. Make it your own and make it just a simple way to get engagement. And in fact, you can do one of these every single day of the week during this resident appreciation. Okay, so now we're going to get fancy and make it a Mad Hatter tea party. So this is just gorgeous, and everything that you see here, everything that you see in the magazine, all these beautiful graphics, for our members, you just log in, you download what you want, you open the ones that you want to change. If there's an invite that you like and you want to put your day and time and your community name, you just open it up in your free Canva account and you customize it, download it, and print it. It's that simple. And then you've got gift tags and you've got social media posts that match. And if you're not a member, this is just a preview, so you can get some ideas for yourself as well. So you could do an afternoon tea party without doing a happy hour. You could do a Mad Hatter tea party instead, and it can have treats and games and have a variety of flavorings that are available with, vintage paper cups and treats to take on the go. Just make it beautiful. I mean, look at this with red roses and just some greenery and a few picture frames and some games, right? That's the theme. It's just a little bit of fun. It's tea and games. So have some board games available for people to borrow. They can take them and play with them and maybe check them back in. Or if you want to actually host a few board games, that could be a fun thing as well. Or scrap the games and just do the tea, because sometimes people want to do an afternoon tea. Maybe it's like a little pick-me-up or a little something that feels different and it feels special. If you want to take it even a step further, you can make it a dress-up tea party and people can come dressed up in whatever, their attire is. Okay, Thankful Thursday. If you want to do a budget-friendly version, you could do a charity breakfast and add charity elements to this monthly breakfast that you're doing just by adding a donation box. It doesn't have to be, It doesn't have to be complicated. You can partner with a local charity to get the word out about all that they're doing within the community. So it could be a toy drive, it could be a sweater drive, it could be a sock drive or a coat drive, any of that. Promote it on social media. And what's nice about doing this around a breakfast or even coffee is the neighbors can see that they're all connected to a cause. And that is a binding, that forms friendships, and that makes people feel connected. And then if you update on social media and let them know, hey, we've collected this many things, or don't forget the countdown is on, what can you donate and help? And then show pictures of that charity and what they do to really, you pull at the heartstrings a little bit with your marketing, but it's appreciation, and it's a way for people to feel like they're giving back as well. You can also do a thankful challenge by inviting your residents and your followers to, tag the people that mean the most in their lives, or also to, maybe share something that they're feeling very thankful for at this moment. You can get fancy and do a resident dinner 3 ways. So this is a fun thing to do. You can either partner with a local restaurant and they can host a dinner with all your fall favorites. And you could do it like that if you want to maybe spend a little bit more money and residents can come down and enjoy dinner. You could also make it a potluck or provide some of the main components, and residents, let's say whatever you're going to do is the main entree, then residents can bring the sides if that's something that you're comfortable with. I would keep in mind that post-pandemic, some people are still not comfortable with that. So just kind of keep those things in mind. See the comfort level of your residents. You could also do a mini version with, just a few little small things and make people feel like they're participating and they're getting a little goodie to take. And again, it doesn't have to be a huge extravagant thing, but just a small gesture, bringing people together, taking pictures, creating a vibe, putting great music. People want to, relax and unwind, and this can be a really great way for them to do that and to connect with those in the community. Okay, so Furry Friends Friday, a budget friendly is by having just a winter paw bar. You could do it kind of low key, just create a paw bar where people can grab like some pet essentials, tennis balls from the dollar store, some treats, some bones. You can have some cat and dog treats and just some fun goodies. Simple things that just make someone feel like, come by, grab a treat and a tennis ball for your furry friend. Now you could do this virtual by having a virtual photo contest, and you can, again, purchase digital gift cards and have people either use them till they're gone or send out little mini gift cards via email. You can also purchase smaller ones and just have whoever wins the photo contest. Again, you could just do a really fun little, post your picture of your pet tag us, and someone is going to win this gift card. So super simple, virtual, and it can feel inexpensive, but it can still be, people love to see their pets. Okay, so get fancy. Now we're going to take this paw bar and we're going to up level it with a barcooterie bar. So you can mix up the typical yappy hour with barcooterie boards and pet treats and toys. And so this is just a little bit fancier, and we've done a whole new campaign around it. So where's the party at, and all the goodies. You guys see how we've done treats for the furry residents and then also for their parents. Make it special, and people just love to get connected around their pets. Sometimes I find that people are a little bit nervous about just, people parties, but when you make it a pet party and all they have to do is bring their pet, and people are kind of chasing around their dog and making sure everything's okay, they start giggling over the silly things that their pets are doing, and it just makes it a lot more laid back, and just it takes the pressure off of it. Okay, so a sweet Saturday. A budget-friendly version is Candyland, and I love this. You can twist up your traditional candy bar by adding a Candyland road. It's easy. You can just tape together different colored construction paper and cut it up to look like this weaving candy cane. We all remember the game. Add a jar or bag of candy to each colored space, and then add some tags in between some blank spaces so that you can fill up the road. And it's just, again, it's like we're just trying to make things a little bit more special. And so it's going to take a little bit of effort, but how fun for them to kind of go and pick the treat that they like the best. You can make it virtual by doing a guess how many with Hershey Kisses. This is such an easy one. It requires zero work. You literally fill up a jar, take a picture, and post it on social. Or if you're a member, you can use this picture and we even tell you how many are in there. So you don't even have to do it. You can just post this picture, the winner that gets the right amount, you can give a special gift to them, whether it's a gift card or it's a special treat that you put together. Now, you can fancy this up on Sweet Saturday by doing a gingerbread decorating at your community center and invite residents just to decorate cookies. You can buy the cookies already pre-made and just set up the decorating station. You can partner with a bakery that creates and provides these treats. If you want to get really fancy, there's plenty of places that actually sell full-blown kits. So you can buy enough for those people that RSVP. You can also, get all the pieces from a grocery store and just do it in your station and decorate and make it feel super special. And people get to leave with a little bit of art under their belt and then also a cookie under their belt as well at the end of this session. Okay, now I want to add a little caveat. You can always tie in referrals into your appreciation. Add a sign reminding residents to refer. Put a photo booth where people are going to want to take a picture for Instagram or to do a video on TikTok and ask them to tag your community. Do a BYOF where they bring their own friends so that you can get more people, at your community that have the potential to know more people that want or are looking for a new home. And have a party favor that sends them with something so that they can remember you and include your little referral tagline there as well. Okay, guys, I hope you've gotten a ton of value. I want to preview a couple of things that are new. In 2023, we are going to have a section, Ask Ann Anything, and you guys are going to get access to this. There will also be a full podcast episode. So every month, Ann is going to take a topic and she's going to tie it into fair housing, and it's going to be exclusively to members. For now, you guys get to hear this preview. You guys get this one for free, and I hope you all enjoy it. It's all about how to deal with resident complaints. Another feature is we've partnered with Bill Nye to create a leadership course. So building multifamily leaders with Bill Nye. And in this episode, he's talking all about what culture actually is. And it's not just something that is in your imagination or is a feeling. There's actually 3 real components. And he helps you to identify how you can start building the culture you want. So this is going to be a 14-part series. So you've got November, December, and then starting in January, we're going to kick it off as a member exclusive. It's going to build on it. And it's like you're in a university course on becoming a better leader where you can feel like you're really building the right team and you're building your skill set to become that leader that others want to work for, that others want to, bring their best work every single day. So I can't wait for you guys to hear that. And then check out all the other member favorites. So that is a wrap. That's everything for November. All right, friends, I hope you are feeling so inspired. Remember, it's all about building that trust equity. I know that we can feel so tired and we can feel burnt out by the time that November comes around, but we're going to be the kind of people that finish strong. We're going to deliver great experiences for our residents. And here's why. It's not just for them. It's for you too. When you make people smile, when you add value to their day, it just adds value to you. It makes you feel good. Guys, this is why we work in multifamily housing. It's not about just dealing with the reports. It's not about the complaints all the time that we have to deal with. Yes, those are parts of it. But it's about the people, and it's about how you as a team, as an individual, have an impact on people. Not everybody can say that they do that. So take that responsibility seriously, my friends. Make it special. Remember, you don't have to have a lot of time and a lot of money to show people that you care. So whether you end up doing this in a big way or you take one little idea and you implement it, or even if you can't do any of these and the only thing that you can say is for the entire month of November, I'm going to try to stop, smile, and talk to residents at a slightly deeper level. Let them know I really care and I'm really listening. Whatever it is, I'm rooting for you because I know that you guys are the game changers in multifamily housing, those of you that are listening here. And I cannot wait to connect with you next week on another episode of Marketing Home, Marketing You. Bye, friends.